My name is Kelsey Hegel, and this month we are talking about AI and what AI means to us. I'm Macy Wortling, and I'm a senior at Hanville. So what I think about AI is it's pretty cool at the fact that we can use it as a tool, like to brainstorm and find out like what scholarships you can apply for and what stuff like that. But at the same time, it's also really dangerous because people can just tell it to write itself an essay, and that's not right because you need to be using your own work, and the fact that you can't really find where they're getting that information from, so it's hard to cite where it's coming from.
Yeah, and then also I think it's kind of scary how like often you'll see like on like TikTok or social media how they will use people's voices or their faces and like make them say things or use their face without their permission. It kind of like brings attention to like, oh, what if they made me say something that I wouldn't necessarily say in real life.
Hi, my name is Olivia Downs, and I'm a senior at Hahnville. And I agree with both Macy and Tyron, like about how it has its positives and also has its negatives. Because on one hand, like you can use it to like make schoolwork easier, but not exactly copying and pasting, but like coming up with ideas, like Macy said. But at the same time, like there's other things like how people can just use it to literally just cheat and not come up with their own things, which shouldn't be happening. I think like there are also like good things about it, like with or funny things, like going from what you said, thinking about the positive side of that. Like with TikToks, how it makes informational videos with using AIs, like historical things, and it would be like, oh, how do you think that Cleopatra looked? And it'll like do like an AI thing to like show how she might have looked, which I think is pretty cool. But in other ways, that it can be pretty negative.
Hey, so I'm Albert Liu. I'm a senior at Hamlet High School, and to piggyback off of everybody, yeah, it's beneficial, but it's also dangerous as well. So on the good side, like if you're stuck on an essay or something, you could always ask it to brainstorm. You could piggyback off of that and pick some parts that you like and build off of that. But at the same time, like if you ask it to write a whole essay, copy and paste that, you're not gaining or learning anything from that. The point of school and all that is you're trying to learn yourself and build off of that. You can't just cheat your way through, because when you like if you pass college and you cheat your whole way through, how are you going to survive in the real world?
So when you think about it, we've really been using AI for a long time. I mean, when you open your iPhone, it recognizes your face, and that's AI. You've been using Siri, that's AI. Same thing for like spell check, that's AI too. And so at first it was a really like beneficial thing just for good things, but now as we learn more and more about technology and what it can do, it's starting to get very dangerous, and people need to make sure that they're using it the right way and not the wrong way.
So like Olivia said before, they could take someone's work and the AI could say like it's theirs. Like for example, like the artist thing you were talking about. So in some movies, they could just take, you could ask an AI to generate painting and say it's theirs, but in reality, they took it from another artist and made it their own, which is very wrong and illegal.
Yeah, and then also like recently, I know we talked about earlier probably like actors and using their faces. So recently there was like a SAG-AFTRA strike, and people were worried about production companies using actors' faces to just make movies or shows and not necessarily pay them or give them any credit for their voice or their face, and they just use their face and voice without their permission.
You know, when you hear an artist on the radio, they get paid every time that you hear their song on the radio. But like on TikTok, when where they generate, like a character from a TV show singing a different song, they're not getting paid for that because they don't necessarily know that they're using their voice. And so that's also wrong because that's using their voice without permission, and they really should be getting paid for that.
I just feel like the main thing is that we have to know how to use AI, and it's because it's so new, people like still are like trying to figure out the right way to use it, which is like with Google and stuff like that. Like we've had that for a while, so like we're like understanding on how to use it and how to use it correctly. With AI, since it's just so new, like people don't really know how to use it yet. And I feel like in the future, like we're gonna actually know how to use it correctly, and it won't be like really like stealing people's work and stuff like that, but it will be said like using it to help your own work and just stuff like that.
Thank you to my Hahnville friends. We're going to hear what Destrehan has to say. We are talking to some Destrehan students today about their use of AI.
Hi, I'm Carson Kerrigan. I'm a sophomore at Destrehan High School. So the thing I love about AI is that you can be so creative and imaginative, and it expands our knowledge on the future and technology of, well, the school and the parish and the nation. So one thing that we should all be wary about is like the security of AI and how much information you put into it, because this AI, we don't even know the capacity of it. It could do so much without our knowing.
Hey, my name is Molly Lewis from Destrehan High School, and I think AI is really cool. It's really fun to like mess around with it and mix your face with celebrities, but also it's kind of a little scary sometimes, because if you do put your face, like a picture of yourself, into that website, then like your face is just like floating around. You don't really know what's going on with it. So I feel like that's something that you need to be careful about, and that's a little scary.
Hi, I'm Sonia Abbas, and I'm a junior at Destrehan High School. I definitely like and dislike AI, and it definitely depends on how you use it. Like you said, I also do like how I'd look in 50 years, but definitely like where my face would end up after. Like I never know how it's getting used on the internet, and I don't want to put like different information like my social security, obviously, and the random passwords, because you never know where it's going and how it's going to end up being used. So we definitely have to be careful about like the privacy and security.
Another issue with AI is the credibility of it, because when I see something, it can seem so bizarre, but I still won't know if it's actually real or not. And because AI is so creative and advanced, I really won't ever know what could be real or what could be fake.
All right, so I just want to thank you guys for joining me, and for our Hahnville friends also. I just want us to really think about things like being a critical consumer. When it comes to AI, we don't know what the future will bring. We're brand new into the generative pieces of it. So we just really want to think about being creative, using our creativity, but making sure that we're using it wisely and being constructive and not taking that ownership of it, but making sure that we are being those critical consumers and we're being creative and we're using it as a tool for AI. Thanks.